Hey there, great greetings and super smiles to you. I've been making a lot of breakthroughs and everything. It's July 9th, if you can believe it, and we're here in all the dimensions, nature itself, what we will call it. And I just wanted to welcome you back to Sean's School. I was sweeping up this morning, reminiscing on my breakthroughs from yesterday, and the most pressing thing that came to me in the balancing of the kingdoms of life, that we are animal singularities, um, thrilling and killing, the juice of the squeeze, also with the infinity of the virtual reality of the plant kingdom that says, gee, you are you, and just perpetually gives us everything, and the third kingdom of the hooray, the joy of receiving of the perpetual child of the mushroom. I was thinking that really what we experience today is that we still live under a common denominator where all of our profits are funneled through war. That's a showstopper. Literally, I know that there's a lot of people out there who'd be much better off if they, like me, were walking down their driveway simply blissfully, joyously in the morning, soaking up some sun to grab the paper and to walk home. But this is an incredible luxury that for some reason we get to perceive what we're going through. We get to be part of something so much bigger than ourselves and being illuminated by the relative harmony that we live through. So I just wanted to say that that common denominator is what we're living on. It's the base value of war. And so we have peace, but it's not a true bouqueting, bountiful peace. It's a denominated, delegated peace by war. So if we had a war of peace, then people might be pilgrimaging, permaculturing, migrating around to share the abundance of what we've grown here, share the orchards, spoils, and give them to each other. And sort of what we have is the land, the people, and the food, and all of us together. And I just don't understand, if we're here all together in this heavenly experience, why some of us are picking up our papers and some of us are burying our loved ones. So it's a lot to handle, but that's why we're so strong, because we're really learning an incredible amount of lessons from this dream, this waking dream. So yeah, thanks for being here. And that ends this segment of Sean's School. I hope you have a happy day and some super smiles, and I hope you are enjoying the peace of war on the road to realizing the war of peace that would really bring us all so much more eventide and holy abundance, which, I think that that's truly what we have. It's just that we're creatures of comfort residing in difference naturally, and celebrating that sameness is that everything is caring, sharing is caring, all is the story that we share, and there's no reason why, as we drive our cars to and fro, why we can't develop a road system that enervates and connects, just a better system of betterment, that we rely on this land for so much, and I'm sure that this land relies on us just as much, for all the betterance and the betterments. Anyway, that's it for me on the battlement today. So again, super smiles and happy days. I hope all the grace of the universe is unraveling for you as the higher levels of consciousness and the sun iterate our high and heightened level of consciousness through us, as the mystery is sort of realized, and every mystery is sort of realized, that this is one of the breakthroughs from yesterday, is that everything is happening for a reason, but everything is also happening for every reason. And that's the sheer wonder of, of the guiding, disharmony, the path of how did anyone become separate from everyone, and how did anything happen? And, everything is happening for every reason. It's so austere to me that, well, why should anything be happening? And there's a great magical bouquet of, the sentiment is that we're not a product so much, we're not our past, but we are the future, that we're not reprogramming ourselves, we're pre-programming ourselves to wake up and digest our destinies, to receive that which we have sowed, so all that said, everything adds up, so what you're investing in, you will definitely bear the fruits of, and that goes more so, less specifically to each of us, and more to all of us, that we have the power to invest in things, that we are creatures of comfort, and what we've realized is that we love escapism. And in that escapism, we can escape escapism itself, even for a few moments, and found ourselves in the first freedoms. And in finding ourselves in the first freedoms, we can find true liberty of living altogether, in the present, rather than living as a product of the peace of war. It's much better if we take all of our money and we start to just feed each other and teach each other, how to build habitats and live in the perpetual bliss of the cosmic realization of self-fulfillment and self-harmony, the path of greatest joy. But that's just everything. So anyway, yeah, I didn't expect this to be a 7-minute talk, but thank you so much for having a heavenly time with me, and I wish you an abundance of bliss, and that you stay specific, and that you rest in resistance to be the present, and rather than a product. But of course, when the present is the product, then our system will be so divine. And toodaloo for now.